Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to use my Kabbalistic Tarot cards to read you a program called Monthly Tarot Horoscope for December 2017, and this is for you coming from Leo. And so let me shuffle my Kabbalistic Tarot, and the first card that I pull will be to do with your first 15 days, and that's for you coming from Leo. So let's start with the first 15 days in the areas of romance. Now the first 15 days for you is going to be extremely lucky. To find a new romance would be very lucky indeed. You'll find a good one. It will come with a lot of love and a lot of support for you. It can be from a person of your different race. It can be a person from a different country than you. It can be an overseas connection. All this is possible. But it's a very charming area of romance that you're going to have in the first 15 days. So give it your all, be positive, link up and make your contact. And if you already have an ongoing romance, you're going to be very nicely surprised that it may want to go to the next level of even a long-term tie-up like marriage. And so plenty of good news comes, travel plans, holiday plans, emotions are fine. What a wonderful first 15 days in romance for you coming from Leo. Let's talk of your marriage, and the news is also good in the first 15 days. Plenty of bonding, and marriage situations are happy because there's holidays and travel, and financial situations are good, so happiness all round. And you seem to be in a position where you can support and supply all this good news as well. And so the only little downside I will worry about is a sudden conflict that may arise in the first 15 days over some issue. If it comes from your partner, then just step back and breathe easily and stay calm and tell yourself, never mind, I only have to cope with the first 15 days for this small problem that's come up. Don't let it spoil the major side. Let me go to your area of job or career. And your area of job and career is going to bring plenty of good news for you in the first 15 days. Plenty of support for you. It shows expansion of duties, more money, doing very well with your colleagues, doing very well with your bosses. So look forward to these 15 days of December as doing very well for you. And if you are in business, you will have the ability in the first 15 days to go after the contracts that are waiting to be had, and to improve what you have in your hands as well, and to also find a business partner if you want. And if you talk to your bank manager, you're also going to get support in the first 15 days, so get busy wanting to do all that. Now I'm going to pull the next card, which has to do with your last 15 days for you coming from Leo. Okay, let's start with your romance area. And this card is a bit of a problem card. It shows that past affairs, let's talk about romance first, that past issues or past knowledge or past affairs of a new partner that you might meet in the area of romance is going to cause a lot of depression, a lot of conflict and difficulties that way, arguments as well. That is, if you find a new romance in the last 15 days. The last 15 days are not good up to 65%. There's only a little bit of the card that shows that you'll be able to manage it at best, so try to manage it if you have a new romance coming troublesome. And if you have an ongoing romance, it's also going to be troubled in the sense that it causes depression, it causes conflict and arguments. So stay away from that, and if it's that coming from your romance partner, try to settle it by remaining calm and showing appreciation. Now regarding marriage, the situation can turn up to 70% bad in the last 15 days. It causes depression, it causes a lot of confrontation and arguments. It causes a behavior either from you or from your marriage partner of showing very little cooperation, of rebelliousness. And so if you value your marriage, try not to behave that way. And if it is your marriage partner creating all this, tell yourself it's only 15 days. Try to calm the situation down, find little solutions, and even if you can't, don't retaliate and let the last 15 days pass. Otherwise, the 70% of badness in your marriage can lead to a very strained marriage, even to a point of breaking down. Okay? And so let's go to your job area for the last 15 days. Insecurity is the word. Difficulty and unhappiness and conflict either from your bosses or from your colleagues. And so in your job area, if you want to keep the job, you cannot afford to behave erratically or impatiently or hastily, because mistakes are going to be made by you. It's you who is listening to me. If the mistakes are made by somebody else, well, that may influence the impact on you as well, because it may be teamwork. So be on your guard and be very alert for mistakes being made in the last 15 days of December. And if you're in business, then it's going to be slowed down. It's going to be 15 days where a lot of opposition or a lot of competition basically from other people chasing the same contract. And I would say that don't promise heaven on earth just because you want to be over-determined in the last 15 days to capture the contract. Don't. Because it's going to produce in the last 15 days a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and even conflict is possible. So if you feel that you don't really need that contract, let it go in the last 15 days and wait. Maybe for the month of January, we'll see how well you do there. So that's my advice for you for the month of December. I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session with me, which will cover your next 5 or 6 years, and that will be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. I will already ask you to send me photos of your palms by email. They're much more accurate and they're much more easy to read. I will also see them on Skype. I'll face read you, and I can also use Kabbalistic Tarot if you want as well. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me a message, send me an email, let's make the contact. And for USD 50, you will know in depth your next 5, 6 or sometimes 7 years. In the meantime, thank you and goodbye.